I always used to think that it was kind of neat, those moments when all of humankind would stop and contemplate what we refer to as nowadays the apocalypse. A moment when the entire world changes for everybody all at once. I was there for Y2K, Nostradamus. I remember when the Mayan calendar ran out. Somewhere along life's road, so I wasn't paying much attention, I was able to get a few years under my feet, and looking back, realized that for someone out there, every day, right now, is the end of the world. When traveling, I like, oh look, little chipmunk on top of there. You see him? Hey, bud. Oh, there he goes. Cool. I like the little landmarks out here, you know? Before I enter places, I kind of like to stop and just look around and kind of feel the area. There's a little campground down here at the lake. Isn't that pretty? Chopaka Lake campground. Excellent. There's a well pump right there. Cool. I see last winter when I was down here, I never saw that because it was buried in 8 feet worth of snow. Let's see if it works. It should work. The way these pumps work is that they draw water up from the ground And when they're not being pumped, there's no water in the pipe, so they can't freeze and bust during the winter. And I don't see a lock on it, so I'll bet this is open. Ha 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 ha! We have water, folks. Now you're talking to me. I'm hungry. This is our normal bench right here. Last winter, this is where we posted up. So I brought the chili that Tom gave me. We'll have some of that. Mm-hmm. All right, friends, we've been here about 30 minutes. Maybe I've just been enjoying the peace and quiet and letting your battery charge a little. You're up to about 40%. So if you're really going to take a walk around the lake out here, not around the lake, it's a little big for that, but we'll walk down to it and then head on back. I don't know, I'm still thinking about whether or not to push onto the cabin tomorrow. We'd spend tonight here and then push onto the cabin tomorrow so that we can wait out the bad weather and return the day after that. Might not be a bad idea. Also, I was thinking maybe we could play a fun game. It's called What's in Matt's Pockets. So we'll figure out exactly what gear I have with me right now. Is kind of what I was thinking. Right now, I've got water. I've got food. Sunglasses, batteries for my my gear, my camera stuff. In an apocalyptic situation, that might be like a radio or something, you know. I also have a solar charger back at camp to charge my batteries with. I've got my 44, a sweater. I bring my machete with me. The machete is the ultimate survival apocalypse tool, in my opinion. It is basically a multi-tool. It can be used for a lot of different purposes, everything from defense to building a shelter. I've used mine as a screwdriver, a can opener. It's really good. And no, it's not a commercial. If you want a good one, this is what a friend of mine gave me. I call him the Scorpion King. He makes a bunch of like scorpions and stuff out of wire. It's really cool. But this is a Tomahawk brand. It's really thick. It's about, I don't know, it's almost 1/8 inch thick. And then the steel is like super strong too. It's like hatchet-like, but it's in the form of a machete. It used to have a larger raised to the front, more like a machete, and I trimmed it off kind of like this. And we've got I carry a second pistol, so I got a little 22. We've got some Salt. Salt is really important. We need salt. That's just trash, toilet paper and stuff there. Okay, that pocket's empty. In this pocket, I'm just carrying my data discs. These are my SD cards for my GoPro. Then I have a notepad. I hardly ever use it, really. Some toilet paper, matches, notes, electrical tape. I carry electrical tape because it's good for almost any purpose. The main reason I carry it is because it makes an excellent tourniquet. I don't need anything else. The electric tape, when it's pulled off the roll, stretches, and then it tries to go back to its regular tautness. So if I had like a bad cut and I wrapped it around my arm, I could just like multiple layers, and that's gonna just squeeze down real tight and stop the blood flow. I also use it for smaller band-aids, but I don't stretch it when I use it for a band-aid. Not trying to cut off the blood flow then, I'm just trying to hold the bandage on. I've got, for same purpose, super glue. That I have some really good super glue. If you get a cut, you can put that, if I got a cut, I would put that down in there and hold it together. I got some more ammunition for a weapon I'm not carrying right now, which I don't know why I have that. That's a lot of weight. And we'll go through my med bag later. This is my med bag. It's very simple, actually. I mean, there's not a lot in there. It's like cleansing wipes, Oragel. I use Oragel as a burn ointment also, and for bug bites too. I've got some more super glue, a small mirror. This is just a mechanics mirror, but it's good for like if I've got something in my eye or something, I can use that. Some more matches. I got a whole bunch of these stick matches in here. Gauze pads. I got some war paint. In case you never know when you might need some war paint. Go full on camouflage. A small scalpel. So this is a pocket scalpel. What else is in here? Hot cold pads, some tongue depressors, more gauze. Oh, that right there. That is the wolf urine that I harvested up here from an alpha male wolf last year. I preserved it by adding salt to it so that it doesn't spoil, right? And now, an interesting thing about that, if you ever gather alpha male wolf urine, right, what I like to call essence of the alpha male, don't use it. I didn't realize until I started doing some studying that wolves war upon each other. So if you smell like a wolf from another tribe, it's quite possible that they're going to eat you just for fun. Yeah. So, and I wouldn't want to smell like the wolf that it belongs to either, because that would probably get me eaten. Now, however, moose will not come within a mile of this scent. So like if there was a moose or something, I think this would be better than probably my gun for diverting it. Moose, they run. As soon as they smell a wolf, they turn and run. So like, yeah, that's one thing I've got in there. How many people do you know have essence of alpha male wolf on them right now? All right, let's do a tour and get out of here. This video is going to be an hour long. It's a little bit eerie and really beautiful all at the same time, isn't it? I mean, think about how just right under there there are creatures that experience the entire world so much differently than us. Think about what's winter for us completely changes the surface of their world. And so they're just like locked in there. And however, during the summer and stuff, they're in there too. But it seems like it'd just be so different seeing the rest of outside, you know, and like bugs and the different things that happen on the surface of the water, you know, because think about fish are very active on the surface of the water, like during the summer and stuff. So when it just ices over like that, I bet it's I like how empty it is during like this time of year, and at the same time I like to envision what it's like just this last summer. What was it like here? All like warm and green and everything, and families on vacation coming in and like, you know, boats and stuff, you know, and fishing. And this isn't one of those lakes, I don't think you can drop a boat in here. So this, don't envision it where like there are speedboats and stuff out there. It's like canoes and fly fishing. Teenagers looking for cell phone signals and hating their lives. It has a real, oh, look at that. Oh, like that could be like a dog. I'll bet that was just a big dog. That's really old too. Anyway, it has a very, like, not spooky, but like Bigfooty kind of feeling out here. There's a legend, actually, there's a video on YouTube of a Bigfoot running across like this hill back over here. Or maybe over here even. It's on YouTube. I might see if I can add the link now that I like know how to add links and stuff. See, Okanagan Country Fly Fishing Club. Adopt a lake. Knapweed control program. Okay. Remove all plant fragments from boats and trailers. Oh, okay, yeah, to keep from spreading like a plant or something from this lake into another lake with the boat or something. This is Chopaka Lake. So over here, basically, you know how to describe this to y'all guys that y'all know, right? Up by like the Cliffs of Insanity, right? If we kept going to the right there, which would be north, south, east, if we kept going east, we'd run into this hillside or this mountaintop here, right? It's right after the valley, after the Cliffs of Insanity. So it's really, the cabin isn't, if we just went straight that way, we would run into the cabin. I mean, it would be a hard slug It'd probably take an entire day. I mean, some people could probably do it faster because it is a lot of ground to cover. And it's deceptive. See, that is not easy country right there. That's a dang long way, and that is like steep, you know. Now these clouds and stuff, I'm starting to feel it might be a good idea. We might try and see if we could make to the cabin. Shelter out the storm there instead of trying to do it in the tent. We just play leapfrog is what we'll do with the gear. Maybe if we have time, we'll do a scouting mission. Yeah, yeah, that's what we might do. Let's see how it feels once we get to the cross. Jet up there. I don't know if other people do it or not. I try and, like, sometimes I can envision the lives of others, kind of, and think about where they're going and what they're doing and, you know, what their life is like. Who do they love? Who do they care about? Do they have a dog or a cat? Or they're on a trip with their grandmother, or maybe on a honeymoon. You know, it's kind of neat. And they may not have seen us, but they looked down here for a second. One of them did. Somebody, one of those little lives, looked down here and said, "Hey, look how pretty that is." Maybe they thought for a second and wondered about if there were any wanderers out here. It's cool how we're all tied in life, you know? Connected in one way or another, even if just through similar experience. Or a momentary passing in life. All right, guys, let's get back to the camp. When we hit the crossroads, I just go with the gut feeling and see if we might want to spend an hour marching up. I think it's probably about 2:00 p.m. Yeah, could be even earlier. It's not later than 2, I don't think. And out in between there, way out there, is home. That's the orchard. I always try and carry about 8, maybe 10 foot worth of high quality paracord. Now they sell paracord that's just, it's not any good. You get some of this high quality stuff, lasts a lifetime, usable for everything. When I say lifetime, I mean probably like, you know, 4 or 5 really good years with a lot of use. I've had this for 3 years already and used it for a lot, and you can tell it's hardly even worn. I like it because it doesn't tangle up like real bad like a rope would or something, And if it does get a tangle or a knot in it, it will come undone really quickly. So what I do, like if I'm hauling a stack of firewood like this, that's just branches and stuff I've gathered, I'll normally organize them into a bunch, all facing the same way. And then I'll just take my paracord, both ends, just all loose, take both ends like so, and then just run down to the end where it has this loop. If I reach through the loop and I grab it, I can turn it back like this, and that's the best knot in the world. It's really great because it won't slip either, and it won't knot. So no matter how much I pull on that, it's gonna hold, and it'll come undone real easy. So. I've already hauled a bunch of larger ones up to camp. I have a few more along the way that we need to come back and grab. So yeah, I just take both ends in one hand, run down to the end, that loop. I reach through the loop, I grab it, pull that over my hand, and there you go. Just slide that right over the top of the bundle. Make sure I got all of them. All right. You'll notice that I prefer to drag things rather than carrying them. Reason for that is it's less stress on the body, basically. Less things pulling down on me, you know? So just trying to increase some of my body's longevity, because joints and ligaments and tendons and stuff like that, and bone, it does begin to wear after a while. It's really different from a jet. Okay, just preparing for tonight. This is the second night up here. I got here at night yesterday, camped. So I just want to make sure that I have plenty of firewood for tonight. Last night I was on ration. We'll go up here in a minute, visit with the legend. Then tomorrow, we're gonna push off for the cabin. Up there on Chopaka Mountain. See, he's set up for about anything. Got a little wind generator, 5 solar panels, out in the middle of nowhere. Isn't it cool?
Three parts trucks they want to give us.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so cool. Where are they again?
Republic.
Nice. What, they got a hold of you through YouTube?
Yeah, on my last video.
Okay, cool. Totally cool, Tom. Awesome.
So I sent my information. I think he just texted me.
Okay, cool. Very cool. And then you're gonna do a live tonight? Is that what you were saying?
I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, very cool. Well, what I'm doing, I'm here at the Legends right now, calling you from the Wi-Fi. Tomorrow, I'm gonna make a push for the cabin because it's supposed to storm up here tomorrow. Then I will be back the next day, 26th, probably around like sometime in the PM. I would figure like 9 o'clock-ish.
Okay. So how'd your radiator? Did it hold up fine?
It held up just fine, Tom. I left the cap on the second notch like you said. The patch held fine and it didn't get hot enough to even vent out the cap. So it's doing really well. I could have brought Max all the way up actually. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and close it the rest of the way now. When you get back to it, you can close it.
Okay, I can go ahead and close it now. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be plenty hard now.
Excellent. Okay. And then
The trucks might have a good radiator in it as well, you know.
Oh yeah, it's a good idea. I looked at this one down here that the gentleman I work for got me. I think the cab's gonna match, but everything under the hood is about fried.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
No, that's fine.
It's temperature's dropping here. I'm gonna stay with my buddy for a little bit longer, then I gotta get back down to camp and get the fire started.
Yeah, it's 562 down here today. It's
Really?
I think in the next couple of days it's supposed to get down to like 22.
Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty dang cold up here in like the same time frame. So when it gets down like to 20 there, it could be 0 up here, or at least in the teens. That's why I fear it's a good idea to push for the cabin tomorrow. Spend the worst of it in the cabin and then trek out the following day.
Yeah, I mean, you can't believe me.
I just got back to camp about 2 minutes ago. I was starting to start the fire and I just heard a gunshot that way. I think it was that way. I don't think the Legend would try and get a hold of me like that with a gunshot. Hang on, we shouldn't be standing out here in the open. Just listen. I wish you could see something. I can see pretty well with this moon. Then we get the fire started. Yeah, I'll start the fire. That was weird. I don't know who the heck would be up here and who the heck would be shooting. Let me get some light back on, I guess. No, I want to see what's going on. Stand by, guys. I'll let you know what's going on in a minute.